guys. So we're seeing some good colors on the trees here. Fall season passing through Virginia. And it made me think of something that I touch on often, that if you want to do something in life, you're going to have to learn to do it alone sometimes, most times. If you wait for other people, friends, family, a lover, if you wait for someone else to do something you want to do, you'll be waiting around your whole life. Most people don't want to do anything. They just want to lay down. Very hard to motivate the human. Most humans are lazy. And if they are motivated, usually they're motivated by things that bring them joy necessarily and not you. So you're going to have to learn to do some things alone. Okay, whether it's travel alone, go to the movies alone, eat alone. And when other people join you, may there be boundaries and may it be a cherry on the top. But you're going to have a lot of unnecessary sorrow in your life if you wait to do things you want to do for someone else. It's been my experience in life. I learned that very young when I was waiting for someone to come pick me up. And they never came. And I always made a mental note, not against them, but of life, that you can't wait for other people if there's something you want to do, because you'll be waiting your entire life. Not all the time, of course, but this is something that is a life observation. And you need other people, but you also need to learn to do things by yourself. I needed help a lot of times doing homework or passing a test, cheating, doing whatever. But there's certain things in life, guys, you can't look over to the person next to you in class and cheat. You got to do by yourself. So I empathize through what I just shared, that we all get into a point where we could get seduced in a waiting for someone else to take us on this adventure. But really, the only way to do it healthy is if you take yourself on the adventure. Because Thelma and Louise it's a movie about two women who basically, one was spurring the other one, like, let's go on this adventure together. And they basically ended up committing mass suicide. They both drove off a cliff. A lot of people forget that part. And I said to myself, man, that probably would have been a lot healthier of a journey if they would have had separate cars and steered their own ship. See, when you depend on someone else, not only do you wait on them to start, how it ends depends on them too. When do you go home? Well, when they're ready and when you're ready. And there could be a lot of conflict there, because could cause a lot of unnecessary aggravation in your life. Learn to do things alone. That's the message that we're talking about. And again, look at these colors, fall colors on these trees here as we travel south down to Florida towards the end of October, beginning of November, and plugging along. So look, I've traveled up and down the east coast of America several times by myself, solo. And when I was young, I took trips with other people. As I got older, I became more and more just a type of a loner, while still having social connection. But look, I think as you get older, unless you have kids or something, I don't know, I would say most people are social beings. There's some loners. The problem with being a loner sometimes is you don't have any social connection, and then you become an isolationist. So when I say do some things alone, I don't mean you should be an isolationist, because you'll become delusional. You're going to have to find a way to massage in some quality time with others, with boundaries. But you're going to have to learn to do the meat and potatoes work of your life by yourself. And you say, well, that's why I want kids, that's why I want marriage, so I don't have to be by myself. Hey, look, the loneliest people are people in a relationship. The saddest you'll ever be is, God forbid, when your spouse dies, or God forbid, when your child dies. God forbid, when your parent dies. Guys, all of us at a certain point in our journey in life in this world, we're going to be alone. And if we always try to mask that with other people, we never end up living a good, healthy life. I'm not saying you should always be alone. I'm saying there's seasons and there's parts of life you must learn to do alone, or you'll always wait for someone else. It will always end probably in conflict or in a disaster, because getting two people in sync is not easy. Getting one person healthy and going forward is not easy. Getting yourself in check is not easy. Self-care is a full-time job, even after you retire. It's self-care never stops. And, most people are not doing self-care, so now you're waiting on someone that's not doing self-care. It's going to end with someone who's not doing self-care. It's going to destroy your self-care. Hard to do self-care when you're with someone else. Be careful in life that you don't wait around your entire life for someone else to live your best life. That's the message in this video.